My first ever book, Becoming an Artist, comes out in just 6 weeks, and I'm going to read you a little bit from chapter 2, which is Who Decides Who is an Artist and What is Art? And I'm going to be reading the book off of my computer over here, so if I'm looking up a little bit, that's why. Since this is a book about becoming an artist, it seems important to address the terms artist and art as soon as possible. So, who decides who is or isn't an artist? Seriously, who gets to make these calls? Is there a special council appointed by a democratically elected vote? Is there some kind of hierarchy among the elite artists of the world who are anointed in some secret ritual? Who decides who is an artist and what is art? Now, this may come as a shock to you, but the answer to both questions is you do. You can decide to be an artist right here, right now. You have all of the power and authority to proclaim yourself an artist with absolute certainty and with all of the benefits and pedigree that accompanies the prestigious title of artist. You don't need to be born with any particular talent. You don't need to go to school. You don't need a degree. You don't need to sell a piece of art. You don't need to have your work in a gallery. You don't need your art published. You don't even need to be good at art. You don't need to dress like an artist either, although sometimes it helps. You just need to say these words. I am an artist, and poof, you're an artist. Now, for legal reasons, I want to say that this only works for artists. It does not work for lawyers or doctors or pretty much any other profession. Apparently, in other professions, it's called fraud, and it's frowned upon. You and only you get to decide whether you are an artist. Other artists have no say in the matter. Neither do your friends, your family, the government, and especially never, ever, ever can anyone online tell you that you are not an artist. Not ever. You control your identity. You control your fate. You decide who you are, and no one else in this world can say otherwise. As to the question, what is art? For the most part, people think there's a strict definition written in a book somewhere, or that for your work to be considered art, it has to be recognized by some high-ranking scholars or by art dealers, but that's not the case. Art is art because an artist made it with the intention of being art. And I think that's the important word here, intention. Art isn't an accident. It's not something we stumble upon. It's work, it's practice, it's trial and error, and most important, it's the intention to create art. You can pre-order Becoming an Artist anywhere, but right now at Barnes & Noble and Books A Million, you can still pre-order signed books with sketches in them. Get them while they're still there. Thanks again. I can't wait for you guys to read the book.